Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, Jah Rastafari. I am so thankful to be here this morning. We're coming to you live from Scarborough, Ontario, Canada, and this is ReggaeTelevisionNetwork.com. And as usual, it's a Sabbath morning, Saturday morning, and I will encourage everyone out there to read Psalms 119. As I tell you every time, it is the cleansing psalm. It is a psalm that put the week past in perspective and give you vigor for the week ahead. So do yourself a favor and read that psalm anytime throughout the Sabbath. And I will remind you every Saturday morning because I am passionate about doing this because I know it works. Anyways, this morning we have Cynthia Kio as our guest. She's a fashion designer. She owns her own collection. As a matter of fact, she owns 8 collections. She's designed 8 collections. And we're very honored to have her in the studio this morning because I'm anxious to talk to her about a lot of things, about her collection, about her work, about her culture, and so much more. So I say welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and being here with us.
Thank you.
All right. So first I must say you are a beautiful girl.
Oh, thanks.
You are, and you fit the role of designer.
Yeah,
Got
thank you.
height and elegance and beauty, and I'm sure we're going to find out you have brains too, so it's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Very
Thanks for
good.
having me too.
You're so welcome. We're very honored to have you here. Well, Cynthia, you're from Africa, so where in Africa are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Tell us about growing up in Nigeria as a little girl, because I'm Jamaican, and I know what it's like to grow up on my little island. And you know, I love Africa. I'm always thinking about Africa. So tell us what it's like to grow up as a little girl in Africa.
It's beautiful. I mean, I come from a middle class family, so my parents did their best to give me the best of everything. And me being a designer from Nigeria, there's this already set thing that, you know, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be, I mean, both of my parents are educational people. So I come from a family where it's all like, you have to go into sciences. There's nothing like art in my whole upbringing and everything. So it's actually very interesting and it's actually a lot of fun. But I mean, our generation is breaking out of that whole misconception, and we're seeing more designers from Nigeria, especially. We're seeing more people in the art department from Africa, and they're showing amazing work. So,
They make lots of movies.
yes, they do. Oh, yeah.
So the artist is there.
And yeah, the artists, a lot of musicians too, they're doing great things from there. So yeah, it's beautiful still.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
childhood in Africa is probably just as beautiful as childhood in Jamaica, where it's warm. You run around barefooted if you want to, and you know you hear the birds. You're close to nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Everything is all.
I can't imagine how that is because my Jamaican upbringing. I only spent 11 years there.
Yeah.
Most of it in Canada, so I have that too. But I remember being very happy, having the sun every morning, like we are in the summertime here, you know, and being warm. And that's Africa's weather. It's tropical.
Yes. It's a very beautiful place. It's a very, very beautiful place.
I can't wait to get there, you know,
Sure.
because I refer to Africa as she, because I see a woman in her. Like, for instance, I see the heart shape. You know, I say the southern part of Africa is like the ventricle of the heart, the ventricles of the heart, right? And then you've got the northern part, which gives me that woman's face.
Oh,
You know, that very sophisticated woman's face, you know? So she's delicate and she's sweet, right? And I see that. So I love that whole shape that Africa is.
Yeah.
And of course, because I love her so much, I always, you know, think of her in terms of her space, right? And I think she's what, almost 12 million square miles big, you know? And she had 54 countries up until South Sudan was created, and then we have 55 now. So my question to you is, Cynthia, do you ever see a time in Africa when she can become the United States of Africa under one central government, so that, you know, she can be more cohesive, like, you know,
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Well, definitely, it's coming. I mean, a lot of Africans are coming together to do things together, and we all do share common goals. And yeah, it is coming. It is happening.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Have you heard about what is it? The African Union Sixth Region Foundation Incorporated. See, it's run by a gentleman named Macaulay Kalu, and he was a guest on our show. Yeah, he's a chairman, and he's talking about innovations where they're offering like a passport for all of us who have been out there for hundreds of years and don't know exactly where in Africa we come from, and we want to all go back and find our roots. So he's offering, like, you know, the organization is developing policies that would offer us that freedom to be able to go back to Africa, move to Africa, live in Africa, and support Africa. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that time, because I truly see that Africa is really, really important in the future for us. You know, that's where we're gonna have to really replant ourselves to really show all our talents.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Okay, well, you know what? You're a designer, and I'm wearing one of Cynthia's design. And of course, she's also wearing her own design, so you can see that it's elegant, it's easy, I just love the way it feels, right? The material is nice and soft against my skin, and I feel quite nice. So I'm really impressed by your design.
Thank you.
And we're going to show some more design. As a matter of fact, we have one design over there we can probably show right now. And before I get to the question, there you go. So that's like it could be like a dress or a skirt. So it's quite versatile, right? And then you've got the colors that are, you know, quite. So talk about that design. How did you put that together?
Well, it's pretty much chiffon and just a touch of anchor on it. The waistband is elastic, so it pretty much fits a wide range of women.
Yes.
And the whole idea is just to look elegant but effortless, right? It's not, you don't have to wear anything that makes you too stiff. So it's free and it's beautiful too. So.
Yeah, so it's sexy while discreet.
Yes.
I like that. Well, that's terrific. Well, I tell you, well, you know what, so you say you were born with this talent, right? Because I guess we all can feel when something is inside of us. You see it and you know it. You know, it's like the color blue. I see the color blue and I know that's my favorite color.
Yeah.
So I guess you see design and say, that's what I want to do. Tell us about that.
Well, like you said, I've never really had a time where I know that, okay, this was the day I started sewing. It's just something I kind of just always did. From when I can remember way back, I've always designed, I've always sewn, I've always cut, I've always, you know, I even made teddy bears. The time I made my own teddy bears. So, yeah, it's just been a natural talent. And even when I started working with my mom, that was when I was about 13. There wasn't really a time when they said, okay, let me teach you how to use the machine, or let me teach you how to thread the machine. Like, I just knew how to do it, and I've always just done it. So, yeah, I like to believe that I was born with it. It has always been my passion, and it's almost like no matter what I focus on, it kind of just draws me back. It kind of just draws me back, and yeah, it's my passion.
Yeah, so you know how to put needle to the thread. And just put something together that just makes a woman feel good.
Yeah, yeah, I love it's a whole creative process. It's a whole I enjoy sketching. I enjoy trying to make something to fit the body perfectly and look good, and I also enjoy the process of cutting, because yeah, it's a lot of thought process involved in it, and then I also enjoy the process of putting the clothes together to the final product. So the whole process is
it's something that you really enjoy.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
Wow. And if you're working at what you enjoy, what can be better? What can be better? So I guess when you see a woman, say like me, put on your fashion and go, wow, this is nice. So that makes you feel what?
Happy. Yeah, it makes me feel happy.
Oh, that's terrific. Now you said you started really, really young, and you talk about doing internship in your mom's fashion house.
Yeah.
So, you know, having your mom so close to learning your skill, that's your passion, you know, does that make you feel stressful, or does it give you more like, wow, this is my mom, she's not going to fail me, so I can just
No, well, it wasn't stressful at all. I wouldn't even lie, it wasn't stressful. In fact, when I was doing my internship with my mom, I was almost like a worker. Like she was paying me, right? So I was actually working for her at that time, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I don't know how to explain it. My mom always just told me that I need to relax, that I'm overworking myself, but like honestly, I just enjoy doing it. So I wouldn't say it's stressful, but I wouldn't say my mom gave me an easy way out or anything. I really did work hard.
Yeah. Well, in order to put something together that people can feel good about, you have to learn all the little nooks and crannies, as they say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
that's true.
Well, that's great because, as I said, when I put it on, I go, first of all, I see it and I go, I like that. Because it's got a nice, low back. I'll have to show that later. But it has a nice low back and it has a nice feel good front that makes your neck, complements your your shoulders and neck. I like that. So so how does your mom feel about you following behind her footsteps and picking up what is her passion?
Well, it's kind of tough to say. For my mom, she's, like I said, she's this education, be a doctor. I was supposed to be a doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was supposed to go to school for. And she has a master in biology and these courses. So at first it was a little bit tough. It was almost like she knew this was going to still happen irrespective. Yeah. But she still wanted to push me to do something else. Yeah. She still wanted to push me. So at first it was a little bit difficult, like, I wouldn't pay for you to go do fashion, like fashion, But after a while, she started accepting it. I designed a couple of clothes for her. She loved it. That was my bribe. And she...
Smart girl. Yeah. Gotta come with bribe.
Yeah, she loved it. And, like, she supports me now, fully. Like, I would tell my mom, I want this fabric, want that fabric, want this fabric. She'll get it for me. Like, she supports me fully and I'm happy,
Well, it certainly helps when your parents finally sees that vision and say, okay, fine, I'm behind you all the way.
Yeah.
Gives you a lot of confidence to move ahead. Oh, that's great. Some musicians, when they put a song together, it's maybe some thought that comes into their head or they see something that makes them think of something and then the words come along. For you, what part of the body do you see and then say, oh, you know what, I like to design for that person? And you see that, that certain, or is there a part that you concentrate on when you put a collection together? How do you put that process together?
With the collection, honestly, it's not necessarily the human body that inspires me. It could be anything. It could be the fabric itself. It could be just be where I am at the moment. It could be, I could be in the shower and then something just pops in, right? But in terms of creating a perfect silhouette for a lady, I love big hips. I love shapy, curvy people. Like, small waist, big hips.
Yeah.
Like when you design people like that, it's always perfect. It always looks good and But that does not necessarily inspire my designs, right? My designs are more on the fabric and things around me.
And what's happening in your life, or what you see?
Yeah, what's happening. I mean, I had a collection 2 collections ago when I was in Nigeria, and like I just got inspired with the moment. Like it's dusty, it's hot, you can see the sun, and it's just like this desert feel to it. So I did a collection called Desert Collection, right? And it's just based on me being in Nigeria at the moment. Right?
Yeah. So that would be probably the collection I'll probably buy from most because I'm always hot. So I want something that's gonna make me feel cool.
Oh,
so I feel like Desert Collection would be mine. So when you design, of course we know that you're Nigerian and you started there. But what was it like, for a 19-year-old putting a collection together? People are saying, 19, that's young. Most people at 19, they're not even sure what they want to do. But here you are putting a collection together at 19 and of course giving it your middle name. Yeah. So that gives you that push out there. Because you're calling this by your own name, it's got to show something. What was that like at 19 doing that?
I don't know. I think this was fun. Like, I did get a lot of compliments. Oh my gosh, she's so young. She's doing this. But I felt like I was just being me. Like, I've been doing this for so long. Like, it didn't really feel different. I was like, but it's just amazing. It's amazing. I'm 19-year-old doing something. I know my designs have grown with time as I've grown and I've gotten older, but yeah, it is amazing.
Well, you know, so before I ask you the next question, I'm gonna show the next outfit there that you designed. So tell us about this outfit.
Well, I just wanted something for the fall, right? That's still chic, but easy wear, right? So I decided to go with the whole high neck, make it simple. Simple is good, right? And then just a little bit of details on it, so that you see the black leaf thing coming up. Yeah, just a little bit. Does not have to be too much. You don't have to put like ruffles all over it, right? And it's a simple dress. You can actually wear this to the club, or you can actually wear this on a normal casual day.
You can wear it to the office.
Yeah, you can wear it to the office.
Yeah,
that's the whole point. All you have to do is change between heels.
Yeah. Put on some black stockings or something.
Yeah,
nice and
yeah.
Keep it light during the office hours, and of course you add this bright color to the office and feeling good about yourself. Well, that's a lovely design. I love that. Those black. Do you call those leaves?
Yeah, I call them leaves.
So that kind of signifies the fact that the leaves are going, but you still have the leaves.
Yes.
Well, that's cute. So this is perfect, and of course it's not long.
It's not long. It's short.
It's just above the knee.
Yeah, just above the knee.
Very good. So now you bring your African culture into your design. I can see that in everything in this, even though the color can probably be from anywhere, but I feel very African in this, and of course I see yours. So I mean, what are you doing in terms of your designs to bring Western thinking women like myself into the African concept, but yet making it, so I mean, you've accomplished it with this dress. Yeah. When you're designing, what's the concept you think about when you want to bring non-African or just women who are not,
Well, I always try to make my designs in a contemporary way, right? I don't go for I don't know if you're familiar with Nigerian clothing. There's this thing we call buba and wrapper. It's buba Euro.
No.
Yeah, it's just a bubu, like the big straight kaftan kind of bubu.
Okay.
Dress.
I've seen that, right?
Yeah, those are typically called traditional styles, right? So you have this big dress, just go straight to the floor, or you can just make a wrapper and the buba. It's called buba, but it's just a top, a really big top, right? I try to break out of that. I try to break out of what everybody, and try to add some contemporary feel to it. So like what you're wearing now, you can actually wear it pretty much anywhere, right? Yeah. But if I made that buba wrapper, you can't wear it to to the office or stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I'm doing so far. I'm just adding a contemporary touch to it, but I
still bring a contemporary look to the African design and the feel and the fabric, of course, and the colors.
Yes.
Well, that's very smart because women like myself, I love the fact that it makes me feel feminine and it makes me feel a cultural feel. Yes. Now that I know, and yet I feel very, very Western. I can wear this to the office. I can wear it to a lunch. I can wear it anywhere, and that certainly feels in this outfit. Now, you've been embraced by your community, the African communities, and of course the Canadian communities. I'm embracing you right now. Does that give you kind of a pause or make you feel, oh wow, this put pressure on me, or instead it makes you feel really comfortable in really pushing ahead and continuing in your design and not giving up?
Yeah, well, it definitely gives me a stepping stone. It just kind of lets me know I'm doing something right. I'm definitely doing something right. Every time I get an award or get some kind of appreciation or some kind of certificate, it's like, yes, I'm in the right path. I should probably push more and do better, right? So it's very, very rewarding and very
having your community embrace you.
It makes you know that you need to just continue working hard, and you will definitely get to wherever it is you're trying to get to.
Yeah. Well, that's a great example, because I truly believe that if all of the Black communities stick together and help each other the way the Nigerian communities really supported you, then I think we'll all get over this little trouble, as Bob said. You know, we'll all be over this little trouble. So that's a great example to, you know, to really emulate, is to know that your community embraces you, give you strength, and give you a stepping stone.
Yes.
Yeah, because everybody needs a little stepping stone sometimes.
Yes.
Well, Cynthia, you know, at this time, I just see the next outfit that's up on our little model there, and I just have to say I'm totally impressed with your designing talent. So tell us about the next outfit here that we have up on our little model in the.
Well, I love lace. I love mixing lace and anchor. The name of the fabric is anchor. So I thought about doing. I wanted to be like a top and a skirt, but it almost seems like the skirt was over pushed up, kind of thing, and cinched in the waist.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much. But it is a dress. It is a short cocktail dress.
Oh well, it's lovely.
So it's pretty much, yeah. And then I wanted it to make sure it covers the boobs properly. So I did the pleating at the top, and yeah. Just a little bit of details, but still simple, but detailed at the same time.
And that's one piece. It's not the top and
no, it's one piece.
It's one piece.
It's one piece. The whole idea is for you to think it's two pieces. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And like, if you turn the back of the dress, it's like all lace, and it's just a bottom half. Back.
Oh well, that's cute. What I'm telling you, you can put a lady's figure together. Yeah, she can just certainly put on your dress and feel very. I'm going out. I'm stepping up tonight. I'm not gonna stay in. I gotta be shown. I gotta be seen. Well, that's talent. No, so now I believe you when you say this is a born talent that you have. Because I mean, I would love to be able to do that. I have put together, I think, a skirt and a top in my entire life. The skirt was too big. I mean, I just didn't understand the concept of size. It was too big. And then the top, I just kind of put, because I've had this passion too, but having a passion and having the talent are two different things.
Yes, it is.
So you're telling me this morning that having the passion has to definitely come with the talent, right? And both of them, I wouldn't let anybody wear them. I wear them myself because I don't leave the house with them. So definitely that is not you. You certainly do put your collection together. Now, as I mentioned at the top of the show, that you have 8 collections. You just don't have one. So tell us about, you know, putting 8 collections together. You know, where do you get the ideas from, and how do you decide which idea is for which time?
Well, like you said, my inspiration is always like, it's so diverse, right? I get from everything. So each collection really depends on the season. If it's fall, winter, if I'm doing spring, summer, it depends on where I am at the moment. If I'm in Canada, if I'm in the States, if I'm in Nigeria. It also depends on the fabric. I usually just go fabric shopping randomly, and I can just see something like, oh my god, I want that fabric, right? So that could inspire my collection. That could be something I could use as my food. Like, I could just do my collection based on this fabric, right? Just the shapes in the fabric, just the colors and everything. So yeah, each collection really, really does depend on the moment, right? So.
Well, that's the process you use by just basically seeing something and knowing, wow, this is going to be my collection. Yeah. See, I love talking to creative people because I believe myself a creative person. I like to write, and so I put together a lot of scripts, right? So sometimes the script comes by mind, but then the story builds by things I see. So I love the fact you're telling me that fashion is like that too. It comes and then you build on that vision that you see maybe at that moment. Yeah. Before we show our next outfit, I'm just going to just ask our person that puts them together just to fix the shoulder, so when it goes on camera, it's going to look absolutely the most best. So maybe you could just fix that shoulder, make it look really nice on our little model. She needs all the help she can get. So before we get on to the next show, because I want to make sure that the people really see how beautiful and how lovely and elegant all these designs that Cynthia put together for a young lady like herself. For a young lady like herself, she needs to show. Very good. Well, you know, we can only do so much with the dummy. We can only do so much with the dummy. But she's showing well. Sorry, you're showing well. Yeah. All right. So we talk about being accepted from your community, and also I know that you've won a few awards because people really want to appreciate how happy they are that here you're young, you're beautiful, and you decided to get into a field that most people say, is hard. But then again, you're tackling hard, and you're doing a great job tackling hard. So I'm an admirer now. Okay, just remember that. And so having these awards that make you want to do better, how does that play on your nerves, on your creativity? How does that play? Because when I get nervous, I sweat. But I have a feeling that when you get nervous, you create. So how does that work on having these awards?
Well, like you said, they push me forward. They definitely push me forward. They make me want to even create even more, right? And it's very, very nice to know people actually appreciate your work and people actually recognize that you're working hard. It's amazing and it's very it definitely does push me forward to work more and be more creative.
Oh, very good. So we talk about how young you are. How old are you?
25.
Oh, you're a baby, and you're doing so much work already.
Yes.
Wow. Well, you keep that up, and I have a feeling by the time you're not out of your 30s, you'll be a household, designer.
That's the plan.
Well, there you go. You keep going and keep designing the way you do. So at this time, we're going to show another one of Cynthia's pieces because at the moment they go up on our little model dummy, I want the world to see, her little pieces. And so now talk to us about this one because this is colorful and of course it's good for fall, as we can see. So talk to us about this one.
Yeah, this one definitely, I wanted something for fall, long sleeve definitely, but at the same time it does not have to be all super cover up and So I did the lace long sleeve on top. I tried to tone it down, the color down a bit with the black, but I still wanted it to be bright and colorful. It does not have to be black and sad and dull. So that was the idea I was going for with this outfit. Short cocktail and it just cinches the body well, so the silhouette comes up perfectly.
Wow, and again it's another just about the knee.
Yes.
So it can be for the office with a lot of clash but dignity and and then of course you just change that stocking and head out in the evening. I am really impressed with your design. They're so thoughtful and creative and elegant. It's exactly what you said you want to create and you're doing it. So I'm impressed, and I hope everybody out there is, because this is a young lady from Nigeria who's living her dream and working with her passion. And you can't beat that because that's definitely design. Now, before we get on to the dresses, we're going to look at the accessories that you offer. So talk to us about your accessories. We'll start on that end.
These are my button earrings. It's a pin earring on the back. Like I said, these fabrics are so beautiful. This fabric from Africa, they're so beautiful, and you can't just use them to make a dress and stuff like that. You kind of have to go all the way.
Accessories, of course.
Yeah, so I have button earrings here.
Yeah, lift them and show the camera. Lift one and show the camera your button earring.
That's a button earring.
Can you see that? Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
I have a button earring here. This is a dangling earring. We also have these in the map of Africa. I don't have this here today, but we have them online. So my website online. These are rings. Oh, so beautiful.
So you can get a ring to match your outfit.
Yeah, you can get a ring to match your outfit. You can get a ring to match your earring and your bag. And then I've been working on men accessories.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you about men designing.
Yeah, I do men stuff. I've been working on the accessories recently, and these are some cufflinks.
A blast from the past.
Yeah.
Nice.
For the men, we have them in different fabric, in different colors. Right. We also have these online, matched with a bow tie and a pocket square, the complete set.
Where can people get this? Tell people where you can get them.
On my website, emuafashions.com, EMUA fashions with an S.com, right? We have everything online.
Right.
These are our little mini clutches. They're so cute. Just, if you want to go to the club, you don't want to carry something too big.
No, you want something that's can just put a little lipstick and
just your wallet, your ID, and that's it, right?
And of course you can also, as a fan, for us ladies who are always needing some cool air, a fan, that's great.
They're fully lined.
Ooh,
you can see.
Pretty. Totally pretty.
And magnetic snap in it. We have them in different colors, different shape, different designs, right?
Wow.
And then we do have our leather clutches.
Oh, these are nice.
Yeah, these ones are my favorite. These ones I like them because when I go to the club, my main problem is after the club with my heels. I cannot do it. Okay. So I put my flats in here. Okay. All right. And I wear my heels. Once I'm done, take off my heels, bring out my flats, wear it, and I'm out.
And you're out. There you go, ladies. See, ladies,
so that's the whole idea.
Ah.
And it does have an inner pocket. So it does have an inner pocket with a zip where you can put like your
keys and your money,
all the important stuff, so it doesn't fall out.
Oh, fashion and practical too. Oh, this is terrific. And she's only 25, ladies and gentlemen. Aren't you impressed? I am. I mean, at 25, I was becoming a nurse, but that's all I was doing, was just becoming a nurse. And I was look forward to becoming a mother, but that's nice to be. That's impressive to be at 25 and to have all this stuff put together already.
Thank you.
Oh, an impressive young lady. All right. Well, now we can see that you deserve the accolades that you got, because I can't stop saying how impressed I am by you. But you won what? Designer of the Year by the Nigerian community in Canada.
Yes.
Tell us about that, because that's a big Designer of the Year.
Yeah, I don't know. It took me by surprise too. They had the Nigerian, I think it was during the independence, and they had the Nigerian award ceremony, and I was just sitting down there randomly, and I was quite, I don't know, it's just amazing. I don't even know how to explain how happy I felt.
Oh, well, of course I can just feel the happiness that you felt. And just being called, just being recognized for the work that you do.
Yeah, it's amazing. They even have the African Entertainment Award. I think that's the most recent one is coming up in September, and they had it last year. And what's amazing was that last year was strictly based on voting, and I won.
Aww.
And I was like, it does tell me something that
you're doing something right.
I'm doing something right. Like people are actually voting for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Validation. I love that. I love that. But she not only won the Designer of the Year award, but she also won Best Fashion Designer of 2011 by the African Entertainment Awards magazine. Yeah. So that's another big honor that just say that I'm not just talking because she's sitting here with me. She's actually recognized as a young talent, a young upcoming talent, and we really should support Cynthia in her endeavors, because she's putting it together. Yeah, we like that. All right. Well, you know what? Now I know that there's a few magazines that's probably been after you. Tell us about the people that have featured your work, where people can actually see in those magazines that you've been featured in. Because I know you've had a few magazine features too.
Yeah, I've had features on Planet Africa magazine. It's a really big magazine. They even have a TV show. Yeah, they have a TV show. I've been on their TV show. I've had an interview with them. It's amazing. I've also been in a lot of them. I don't know if you've heard of BHF magazine. It's like one of the really big African magazine in the States. They have like a network of over 30,000 people, and it's just amazing. Like
featuring your work.
Featured my work. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And then I've had a couple others here and there. It is amazing.
Oh, that's terrific. So are we gonna get the next outfit up, or are we done? This is it. Well, this is really terrific to be able to talk to a designer who is local, who is available, and who people can reach just by going to her website. And is there a place where people can come and see your outfit as well?
There is, but it's strictly by appointment.
By appointment?
Yes.
Yeah. So how can they call?
My number is 416 320-0551. Right, pretty much just call me and let me know you want to come in, and we'll talk from there. Just go from there. But if anything, my email, I'm very I respond real fast to emails too, and you can always visit my online store. You can get to my online store through my website, imwafashion.com, and yeah, pretty much it. And then we do have a Twitter account, Imwa Fashions, for our Twitter account. And we have a fan page on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Imwa fan page. Pretty much. So yeah.
See, so there's no excuse not to support this young lady, because she really does put it down. She gives African fashion the modern, contemporary feel, the sexy and yet, you know, discreet look that you can wear from the morning where you go into the office to where you go to the club at night, and just show that you are a versatile girl. And of course, we won't let you go until we talk about your men's collection. How are you putting that together, and what's your process there?
Well, I've been actually consulting with the men.
You're consulting with men.
I am consulting with them, right? Like, men's trend has changed over time, so I'm trying to make sure I'm on top of my game. And yeah, I'm working on the line for men. So I've been working also on accessories too for men, and we're looking to launch it this fall winter. So we'll see how it comes out.
Oh, so are you thinking of like sportswear, formal wear, or are you just thinking about, like, you know, just maybe give them one just?
Well, I'm sticking to the contemporary African.
The contemporary African,
yes.
So he'll have his pants that's with the African feel, and then he'll have his shirt with the African feel, and his cufflinks.
Yes.
Will he be able to wear these to the office as well as, you know?
With the cufflinks, definitely.
Or
the outfits, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go. So once he can wear it in the daytime and he can wear it at nighttime as well, you're set to go.
That's it.
Yeah. Because people always want to have great deal with good look, quality, and you're offering that. Yeah. So, you know, another thing which I think you've proven here today is that you say you would like to redefine the African, you know, the predefined African, you know, idea of fashion, and give it class, elegance, you know, and make it accessible for everyone.
Yes.
So, I mean, I know you've covered a bit of it. So tell us about that process of making it so that, you know, people say, oh, you know what, I'm going to check out that fashion because it just does the job.
Well, like you said, I try to let diverse things inspire me. I'm not just sticking to one thing and just staying with that, right? Because things get more than a cake with time, right? So
but you still want to keep a tradition.
Yeah, you still want to keep a tradition, right? I always make sure that I incorporate some part of my background into my clothing, right? And that's where the African part comes into play, right? But I am also getting inspired by other things, right? I travel and I see something and I incorporate into my design. That way people can embrace whatever I produce and whatever I put out there, right? They can embrace it and like it, right? In terms of making it more acceptable by everybody, in terms of doing that, like I said, I do the contemporary part, but I do use like other fabric from different parts of the world, and I also mix and match them together to produce the styles, so people can actually say, oh wow, this is interesting, I've never seen that done before, right? You know, I want to, you know, support this, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. And then I just, the whole Lion King idea, the African fashion, you know, when you watch all these major designers, when you watch them produce their clothing on the runway and they want to represent Africa, you see a girl with sticks on her head, leaves, tribal thing, like they call it tribal, like they overdo it, like we wear leaves and sticks.
Right.
I don't know, I've never worn leaves and sticks.
There you go.
So like it's just an enlightenment that this is not really it, right? It's more fashion forward. It's, you know,
Yeah.
we wear clothes and
That's
we
right.
have beautiful fabrics, and
That's
this is
right.
our
And
fabric.
elegance is a part
It's
of
elegant, yeah, and it's well patterned, and you know, so it kind of shows them that okay, this is what we do, not what you think
Yeah.
we do, right? So that's a whole idea of like removing that misconception about
Yeah.
African fashion.
Well, that's great, because you know what? I always think that the only way to really change people's mind is to show.
Yeah.
Is to show, because
Yeah.
you know, you can talk from tomorrow until you turn blue.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, if you show people what you're saying, that makes a difference. And you certainly are showing in your fashion that there's class, there's elegance, there's diversity, there's variety. You know, mixing the lace with the fabric, and you know, the colors and everything. Yeah. So you know, I basically, you know, it's hard to see this dress. It's long. It's it has a nice waistline that makes me feel very, you know, close. And I love the fact that it's like as you said, it gives my bottom a little width to be, you know, so it really feels good, like a nice design. And I'm wearing it, so I know that it feels good. And I've seen our model. We thank our model for for participating in this, although she had no choice, but still, you know, it was a good job done. And we thank you so much for sharing your beautiful designs with us, and your concept, and how much, you know, you're thinking about future with this design. This design will definitely go far, I think, because everyone can feel comfortable with this design. Well, I want to thank our guest this morning, Cynthia Kio, for coming in and sharing her collection and her work and talking about her culture. We love Africa, and we want to see Africa come together as one. And that means that Cynthia, myself, and all of you out there who are Africans or non-Africans, I'm an African, I claim it, you know, but if you consider yourself non-African, we can all still come together, and we can all still be one under these beautiful designs and creativity and heart and beauty and everything. So I appreciate you coming, and I appreciate you bringing all this stuff, and giving me a chance to put on a beautiful dress. I usually don't wear a dress. I'm a, you know, very pants girl, but I feel very good in the dress. So I thank you also for being here with us this morning. I appreciate every time you come, and you know, every Saturday morning we're here. We're bringing you diversity. We're bringing you the word of Jah. We're bringing you spiritual guidance and wealth and health. And we want everyone to really understand that our job here is to be passionate about how we believe, how we feel. And of course, reggae music. Reggae music, as you hear in the background, reggae music is what reggaetelevisionnetwork.com, you know, do, and we also bring everybody into as well. And our beautiful model and designer and, you know, friend now, I hope, Cynthia, really showed that we're diverse, and we're happy here at reggaetelevisionnetwork.com. So thank you for joining with us again. And as I said, you know, don't forget to read that Psalms 119. That's really important. And we're live from Scarborough, and I thank you. Take care. Bye.